Okay, guys. So today we will see about understanding catalog items concept. So basically, today we will see understand theoretically what is a catalog item and how can we order a catalog item, and once the catalog item is submitted, what process will happen. So we will see that. Okay. So let us take Flipkart as an example. And Flipkart is used to order goods which can be hardware or software, and you will be having different catalogs, different categories. Inside the category your items will be available. So let us start with catalog. So you can see electronics is one of the catalog, TV and appliances, men, women. This is a catalog which is a topmost one. Inside the catalog you will be having categories. Mobiles is a category, mobile accessories is a category, laptops is a category, computer accessories. These are all the categories which are available in this catalog. So for example, if I open mobile chargers as a category, inside this mobile chargers category you will be having your mobile chargers related catalog items. These are the items which can be ordered by the end users, right? So catalog items are nothing but these are the goods or services which can be hardware or software, which can be ordered by the end users. And once the catalog item is submitted, we have a concept known as workflow. That workflow will automate the business process until it reaches its destination. This is the meaning of catalog item. The same concept we will implement in our service now. So how we can deal with it? So every service now what you are working is a back end. You have a front end as well, which is a portal where end users will be using the portal. Most of the time they will not use this UI. So in order to go to that portal, you need to remove all this software slash dot com slash. You need to keep sp is nothing but service portal. Every instance will be having its own portal, that is service portal, where users will be raising the request through service portal, like incident or problem or any goods or services which can be ordered. Everything will be done through this portal. End users won't be knowing how to use this service now backend instance. They can easily use this, same like Flipkart only, right? So for example, if I want to order Apple iPhone 13 or Apple Watch, something like that, iPhone 13, or let me order a standard laptop. So this is one of the catalog item which I want to order. So this is standard laptop catalog item. Click on it. So here we need to design this catalog item from the backend, not through the portal, from the backend. Once you design the catalog item, then that will be shown in the portal. So today we will just understand theoretically what is a catalog item and how the process will happen. Okay, this is a standard laptop, and these are all the description, short description. You are having, these are all the variables where you can add some data. So there are different types of variables where we need to learn, like different types of fields we have, right, in a table, like a string field, date field, choice field, reference field. Same concept here. For these are all called as variables. So each variable can be defined in different ways, like string, reference. We will go through that, where user can provide the data. And once user provide the information and click on order now, check out. So firstly, once you submit a catalog item, first what will happen? First, a request will be created in a request table. So this is a request number. A request will be created in a request table. So if I open this request, so this is a request which we just which created when we submitted a catalog item. So you need to remember a request will be stored in which table? SC underscore request table. So first what will happen once the catalog item is submitted? request in SC underscore request table. Okay. Next, what will happen? Inside this request, you will be having your request item which we just submitted, that is standard laptop. If I open this request item, you will be having the request item which you have submitted, that is standard laptop. By providing what are all the details you have provided, that will be showing in this variable editor. So then this request item needs to be delivered to the respective user who has raised by this much time due date. So who will carry forward this process? So before that, request item will be stored in this table sc underscore req underscore item. So first request will be created. Inside the request, a request item will be created in the sc underscore req underscore item table. So till here, is it clear what will happen once the catalog item is submitted? A request will be created. Inside the request, request item will be added. That will be stored in their respective tables. Request is sc underscore request. Request item is sc underscore req underscore item. Is it clear? Okay. Now, there should be someone, it's like a automation, someone needs to do it. If it is a manual process, then it will be a very long process, right? So consider an example. If Swahit has raised an Apple iPhone 13 from Flipkart, then that Swahit is from Hyderabad, but that Apple iPhone 13 available stock is in Delhi. Then from that Delhi warehouse, Delhi Apple store, some Flipkart guy needs to go there. He needs to collect that Apple iPhone 13, and manager needs to approve it in order to provide. Then once the approval is done, and once the Flipkart guy brings the Apple iPhone 13 to Delhi warehouse, from Delhi warehouse it needs to be shipped to Hyderabad warehouse. From Hyderabad warehouse it needs to be shipped to Swahit's nearby location warehouse. From nearby location warehouse it needs to be delivered to Swahit. This much process should happen once Swahit raised an Apple iPhone 13. And in the middle, Swahit also needs to receive a messages like your order is shipped, your order is out for delivery, like that. He also needs to receive an SMS, right? So these all things needs to be automated. If it is a manual work, then Swahit will be receiving his order after 1 month, because if it is a manual means no one will be looking into it, and no one will after so many days they will dispatch, and this process will happen. But if it is an automations, by providing a due date and all these things, if everything is in control and noted, if it is any visibility, then easily Swahit will be receiving his order within time. So here, who will automate this process? Workflow will automate this process. So you can see here we have show workflow. We need to click on show workflow. So what do you mean by workflow? Workflow will automate the business process until it reaches its destination. So we can define our own workflow based on our client's requirement. It's easy. Just drag and drop the different activities. So here we have different activities: approval action, task activity, notification. So these are all different activities. So don't go through how to design a workflow. Just understand what is a workflow now. So workflow is used to automate the business processes for different catalog items or knowledge articles, or for your incident table, for the state flows. We can use workflow. So here for Samsung, the standard laptop, they have defined this workflow, which is out of the box. Okay. So here it is waiting here. The blue color is done. The arrow mark is completed. The green color is waiting. Approval user, which is in green color. Right. So if you go to a request item, you have different sections here: catalog task, approvers, group approvals. So here in the approvals, there is one record generated for Natasha as an approval. It is waiting for requested state. It has been requested for Natasha. In real time, Natasha should receive a notification, and Natasha will be approving it. So as of Natasha, instead of her, I will be approving it. Or if you reject it, what will happen? If you approve it, what will happen? We'll see. If you approve it, what will happen? If I go to again the workflow and refresh the form, see, if you approve it, it moved here, approval user, it completed. If she rejected it, it would have went here, rejection notification would have been sent, a request has been cancelled, and it would have moved to end. As Natasha approved, it moved here. And here you can see there is second approval which has been generated for CIO approval. Inside this, they will be adding for whom it needs to be, approval needs to be sent. But today you just understand this is an approval which has been sent to some person. Now, if you go to request item and if you refresh the section, you can see the second approval has been generated for Borugeri. Now Borugeri will be needs to approve this. As of now, I will only approve it. So I have approved it. Now if I refresh the same workflow, you can see this completed and it came to here. That is catalog task. So there is some task which has been generated for some group. So this people, group people needs to work on this task. So if you come to a request item, we have a catalog task section. If you refresh this, we have a task has been generated for procurement group. So they need to work on this task. If I open this task, I will close this task as of now. So once they complete this task by doing all this process, they need to close the task. So once the task is closed, you can see if you come back to workflow and refresh the form. So you can see this task got completed and a notification has been sent and it is waiting here in this task. So now again, if you come here, see you can see the second task gets generated. If I close this task as well, I will close it here itself. Now if I refresh the workflow, you can see everything got completed. Okay, this is the workflow, how we will automate the process. So if there is a workflow, then there will be track where it is, where who is working on it, everything will be tracked. They will receive the order within time. So for different items there will be different workflow. So let us take one second example. Let us order Apple iPhone. Let me go to home page from portal. Let me order Apple iPhone 13 maybe. So these are all out of the box catalog items which are already available. This is Apple iPhone 13. So you have few variables. Is this a replacement? All these things just we need to fill in. And once you fill in the details, you need to order now. These are all different types of variables, choices, selections, all these things. We will be creating those. So as you know, once you submit a catalog item, a request will be generated. Open the request. Inside the request, your request item will be attached. So this request item, if I open the show workflow, Wait for state to work in progress. It is waiting here. Let us see if we can move the state to work in progress. Yeah, move the state to work in progress. So there will be different scenarios for different our different catalog items. So we moved the state to work in progress. So an approval has been generated. Go to the request item. So you can see there is an approval generated. Approve it. Come to workflow. Refresh the form. There are some tasks got generated. If you complete this task, it will move to end. So this is how we will be creating a catalog item. We need to design the catalog item, then we need to work on workflow. Your client requirements will be different. First I need an approval, some task, some notification. After this I need some not task. All these things will be there. Based on the requirement we need to design it. Just it's a drag and drop, but we should know what is the use of what activity. Approval user means it is an activity which will send an approval. Catalog task means it will be an activity which is sent for a task creation. Branch activity means it will divide the activities. Join means again it will join the activities. So like this you need to know what's the use of that activity, but designing is very easy, just drag and drop. Once you start working on the workflow concept, you will get to know how to work on workflow. But now we will concentrate on creation of catalog item, how to create variables, what are the types of variables. All these things we will be going through it. But till here, is it clear, guys, or any doubts regarding catalog item theoretically?
Clear, Krishna.
Okay. So new catalog item we will create from tomorrow from scratch, but I will show how to what are the divisions we have in creation of catalog items. As I told, first there should be a catalog. If you type maintain, you will get these options: catalogs, maintain category, maintain items. These are the three important things you need to know in catalog items concept. First, as I said, the top level is maintain catalog, where you will be having different catalogs. Same like in Flipkart. If I open the Flipkart, as I shown, electronics is a catalog, appliances, men, women. This is a one-time creation. No need to create again and again different catalogs. So one-time creation. If you want to create a new catalog, you can come to maintain catalog and you can just create a new catalog. It's just giving the name and title. That's it. Nothing more required here. Next, in the same way, in the Flipkart, if I see for electronics, you are having different categories: mobile cables, mobile chargers. This is also one-time creations. But inside the mobile chargers, you will be having different items. New items will be coming. Some will be going, right? This will be changing every time. But my mobile chargers will be there every time. One-time creation. Same like catalog. So how to create categories? You need to go to maintain categories. Same like catalogs, you need to give maintain categories. You can click on new and add your category and just submit it. But now the important thing is to create catalog items. So you will be creating new catalog items again and again. New a new way of designing catalog item. You need to come to maintain items. Here you need to create uh, catalog items. Let us open Apple iPhone 13 itself, which is already created by ServiceNow. So this is a catalog item form where you need to give the name of the catalog item and you need to mention in which catalog this item needs to be seen, in which category this item needs to be seen. This too is very important. You can't show your Apple iPhone 13 in for example in Flipkart only. You can't show this mobile charger in the baby and kids soft toys category, right? This needs to be shown properly in electronics catalog and mobile chargers category only. The this item, right? this wall charger for mobile, this needs to be shown properly into the respective catalog, respective category, or else it's a there is a wrong thing which has been designed by you. So this is very important, which is providing proper catalog and proper category. Next, you need to provide the short description. This will be providing by the client, and you have a meta, which I will explain tomorrow what is use of meta. You have process engine where you need to add your workflow, which you have already available workflow, you can add it. If you're not having, then you need to create a new workflow and you can add it based on the requirement. You need to decide whether you need to create a new workflow or whether the workflow is already available, then you can add it. Next, you have picture where you could be adding the picture of your catalog item. This will be provided by client, just you need to add it here, that's it. Pricing will be provided by client. Next, we have portal settings. This I will explain it tomorrow, what's the use of these things. Here we have different sections, variables, variable sets, catalog UI policies. These are all important. We need to start from first variables, where how to create different variables, understanding the concept of variables. Variable set means what? Catalog UI policy, how we can define. Catalog client script, how we can define. User criterias. So all these things we will start from start. Single topic per day, but today it's very important to understand theoretically. If you understand theoretically, if you are having um good catch on theoretical concept, then we can define, we can work on practicals. So today's assignment for you is to go to your catalog items and go to your service portal and order some random catalog items and just see how the process will look like, how the request item will how the catalog item will be submitted, and once it submits request items, and how the approvals task and how the workflow will automate the process. So just go through it theoretically. Tomorrow we will create from scratch our new catalog item. Is it clear for today? Okay.
Yes.
So please don't leave it here. You need to go through this. This is a first class of catalog item, which is very important to understand theoretically. If you're not understanding now, then next classes, if you keep more attention, also you will be not understanding what is happening here. So today's class is very much important. So please go through it. Okay. Okay, guys. We'll see you
Okay.
tomorrow then. Bye.